Greetings, Scotty Reed here, and this isn't so much as a news report, and it's pretty much just commentary. I'm not going to show you a whole bunch of tweets that's trending on Twitter right now, where Tulsi Gabbard is striking back at Hillary Clinton and calling her queen of the warmongers, and she is exactly right. And just the treatment of Tulsi Gabbard and the smears without any evidence whatsoever that she is some kind of Putin puppet or Russian asset is just really disgusting me as a veteran of the Gulf War. And this mistreatment of Tulsi Gabbard after her putting her life on the line on a battlefield, still in the National Guard and serving as a U.S. Congress member. There's just no respect whatsoever for people in the military. There's no respect for veterans. It's just really, really disgusting, and it's very frustrating. Now, in case y'all don't know how that got trending, Queen of the Warmongers was Hillary Clinton was on a podcast today pushing more Russian conspiracy theories. Oh no, it had nothing to do with your emails, which the Inspector General just came out with a report today. Up to 60 people are found to have been in violation of the Record Keeping Act. Hillary Clinton's private email server with 100 top secret, or confidential emails on a private server that when the FBI started investigating, she tried to wipe it and then tried to physically destroy it. And Comey said that she broke the law, but it was not her intent. See, there are people in this country who are above the law. There are people who are in the military who have went to prison for less than what Hillary Clinton did in handling classified material. It's just a joke. And then for all of these comedians and these so-called journalists to be smearing smearing Tulsi Gabbard, following Hillary Clinton's lead, it's just disgusting. And when I told my daughter, I had one daughter that wanted to go in the Air Force, and my oldest daughter never wanted to join the military or anything. She heard my stories about what's going on. I reported on the case of PFC Lavinia Johnson, who was raped by fellow soldiers and then left in a tent, killed, and then a body set on fire and caustic material poured in her vagina. I mean, we heard all the stories about how sexual assault is rampant, but this treatment, or mistreatment rather, of Tulsi Gabbard, a member of the U.S. military and a member of U.S. Congress, smearing her as some kind of Russian asset is disgusting. If Hillary Clinton has evidence, then why isn't she turning it over to the FBI? Why isn't any one of these people who are smearing her as a Russian asset calling for a House intelligence investigation? If y'all have evidence, why don't you refer it? And then they're not even calling for any kind of investigation. That should tell you right there that they are just smearing this woman. This is payback for Tulsi Gabbard quitting the DNC in 2016 because it was being rigged for Hillary Clinton. Okay, and then her endorsing Bernie Sanders. See, because the Clintons and their sycophants don't want to take responsibility for her loss to a racist talk show host. That's just so humiliating. And she just can't get over that. I mean, I hope Putin tortures her in her dreams, if she has any dreams. I hope every time she closes her eyes, she sees Putin, because she's fabricated this long enough, and it's to the point that she might even believe her own lies. But to smear an active member of the military with such a serious charge without any evidence, don't y'all know that's treason? That's treason, and that she could face the death penalty for that. Okay? This isn't something to be joked about. This ain't something to be taken lightly. And it's just evidence of why you should not let your children go into the U.S. military. Here's Tulsi Gabbard, who has experience, who knows what soldiers go through, I mean, we got 8 veterans a day killing themselves. Who knows how many got PTSD? Who knows how many of them are missing limbs and what have you? When I wrote an article a couple of years ago, you got almost 1 million veterans in U.S. prisons. You hear we talk about the 2.5 million that's in prisons and jails in the United States. 1 million of those is vets. Almost 1 million of them, something like 800,000, are vets when I published that article 2 years ago. They don't care about veterans. They don't care about active duty troops. When Donald Trump, they want to make it all about Donald Trump and politics, playing politics with people's lives. And these regime change wars have gone on for long enough. How many generations are we going to sacrifice at the altar of the military-industrial complex's profits? And then even when I was in the military, I joined in 87. I got out after Desert Storm. But when I was in there in the 90s, when they were downsizing and forcing veteran soldiers out into early retirement and forcing, that was during the Clinton administration. And we even heard the stories then how they despised members of the military and how they treated members of the military stationed at the White House. Hillary Clinton is a despicable creature who has bloods of who knows how many people on her hands. And these people are just smearing. It's like a joke to them. This is very serious. This is why I told my children, no, you'll find another way. Do not go into the military. These people don't care about you. They ain't worth dying for. They ain't worth getting maimed for. They don't even take care of the veterans. Here I got a back injury that I suffered on a construction job and wasn't paid enough money, to get the operation that I needed. I got some relief through some steroid injections to help me with the sciatic nerves that's in my back, but I still had this pain. And I can't, and the VA won't even cover the operation because it's not service connected. And you wonder why I support Medicare for all. Okay? You wonder why I support Bernie Sanders. Okay, now I'm not going to vote for Tulsi Gabbard in the primary, but you know what? If Bernie Sanders, which I think there's a strong chance, despite the mainstream media trying to sabotage him and putting out fake news about him, I think there's a good chance he will become the next commander-in-chief. And I hope he makes Tulsi Gabbard the Secretary of Defense or at the State Department. Hillary Clinton was a failure. A privileged white woman who had everything handed to her, okay? And she thought she was entitled to become the next POTUS and what have you. And then when people look at her long record of being a racist, of supporting mass incarceration, of calling children, black and brown children, super predators, and y'all want to blame that on the Russians? That's the reason she lost her email server. Y'all want to blame that on the Russians? Did Putin make her try to hide classified material on a private server? Okay? So I don't mean to go off on a tangent. Go look at some of the stuff that's being posted on Twitter under the hashtag Queen of the Warmongers and just the ridiculousness, the absurdity of some of these posts. And continuing to smear Tulsi Gabbard as some kind of Russian asset. Y'all people are disgusting. You ain't got the balls that she got to even sign up for the military and become part of one of these regime change wars. Okay? You ain't nothing but Twitter keyboard warriors. And you disgust me. And I stand with Tulsi Gabbard. I'm out.